everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Dr. Pauline Hili. Pauline is the founder of Natural Products Factory. It's a top UK organic skincare company and the creator of a product line called Nourish Skin Range, actually. It's not Nourish Skin Range. And Pauline is an expert in organic skincare and essential oils, and we've invited her here today to talk about just how it affects the aging skin. So welcome, Pauline.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Yes, thank you very much, Margaret. It's lovely to be here and lovely to be talking about my favourite topic, essential oils.
Well, thank you so much for being here because we have a lot of women who are very interested in this topic. And so we're going to ask you some questions, specifically for women over 60 and the kind of things that organic oils could be used for. Now, we've talked before and you've told me that there's obviously a really great transformation that takes place in the skin when you get a little older. And we're all, very familiar with that. But it'd be great if you could just share with us from your perspective as a skincare expert, what changes happen. And then we'll talk a bit about organic oils and which ones are specifically good for us.
Yes, I think as we get older, our ability for the skin to repair its collagen, to ensure that we've got collagen that looks like this, nice and healthy, it diminishes. If you like, the formation of healthy collagen to the formation of unhealthy collagen. Really,
it just gets kind of squished.
Yeah, the equation goes in the wrong direction. And really, essential oils can be really great for ensuring that your skin's ability to produce healthy collagen for longer lasts longer. And there are particular essential oils that are fantastic for this, as well as if you like, the loss of elasticity in the skin and the firmness. Actually, you also have issues with hydration as you get older. So hydrating the skin for longer and also pigmentation. And essential oils can play a wonderful role in really ensuring that your skin stays as healthy as it can be for as long as it can be. And that's really been the subject of my lifetime's research, is making sure that we create products that help to enhance the skin's health for longer.
I love that phrase that you use a lot. It's for healthy skin is beautiful skin. And I love that because I think all of us, when we get to be over 50, realize that all the magic creams in the world aren't going to do anything, but having healthy, happy skin is going to be beautiful. So you've talked about hydration, you talked about collagen. What about the thickness of the skin? I think that our skin gets thinner, yeah?
That's correct. As we get older, the skin starts to thin out because the reactions for forming the collagen and the elastic are going slower than the breakdown reactions. And so really, again, finding essential oils and fixed oils and combinations of products and raw materials that help to make the skin a healthy thickness is really, really, really important. And again, a lot of my research has focused on that. How do you create combinations of ingredients to really help the skin to help itself for longer? And I think what was important to me was I think that every woman out there in the world, every woman and man should feel great about their skin, whatever our age. And I think that that's why I believe that making the skin really healthy is so important. And that's what really defines beauty for us.
It also, I think it helps you to, you've got this beautiful person inside of you and your skin just helps you to glow a bit, and reflect, that younger person inside. It's just all attitude, I'm sure. But so we've got essential oils as being a great way to help with all those different things. Give us, essential oils, it's such a huge category and you've done so much research on this for many years. Tell us maybe the 5 or so oils that we should think about using.
Yes, well, I have a number of go-to oils in my repertoire, and they're particularly one of the top oils on my list is frankincense. And I've got here some frankincense to show you. This is frankincense.
I love the scent of frankincense. Yeah,
I know, it's wonderful. Now, but what is fabulous about frankincense is when the skin is as we get older, there are active ingredients in the skin that break down the healthy collagen, that turn your collagen from this to this. They're called collagenases and elastases. Now, from my own research, we know that frankincense the essential oil helps to stop these, if you like, Pac-Men from gobbling up our healthy collagen. So frankincense is one of my favorite all-time oils for use on the skin. It's wonderful for instantly helping to boost the skin's appearance and helping to improve the moisture and also helping to protect the collagen. So frankincense is a very big one for me.
Okay, I got to say something too. I mean, I love frankincense for an incense. I mean, I just love the scent of it. But it's so funny. I know you mentioned to me that you had worked for many years for Neal's Yard in the UK.
That's correct. I was their research director for 30 years and did some really good research projects. So I've really worked very closely with essential oils for most of my career.
But the reason I mentioned that too, and that's great, is that I used to buy one product from Neal's Yard, and it was the frankincense cream. You did a moisturizer.
That's correct. That was
It was wonderful. I loved it. It's so funny. That's a coincidence. Okay, so we got frankincense now. That's easy to remember. Now, which is another?
Myrrh is very, very important. Myrrh is again myrrh that it looks like sultanas. I've got some here to show you. I thought it would be interesting for people at home to see the oils in their
state.
Crystalline phase.
Yeah, I can. Oh, there's little chunky things. Yeah.
Yes. They look like sultanas, and myrrh is absolutely marvelous again for protecting the elastin, protecting the collagen of the skin, and also what you get when you sometimes combine frankincense, myrrh, and geranium is you get a 1 + 1 + 1 = 4 or 5, because what we saw in the laboratory was that actually the skin boosting activity was much higher when you blended things. So it's all about the blend for me. How do you blend them to get the maximum improved firmness and improved hydration in the skin?
Okay, so frankincense, geranium, and myrrh, and then what were some others that people might recognize?
As we get older, one of the things that people quite often have difficulty with is the beginning of pigmentation, but also an inability to hold hydration to the skin. As you get older, you sometimes find your moisturizer isn't working as well as it should. Your skin feels a little bit dry more quickly, and that is quite often because we've done damage to the lipid layer. Orange oil is really good for helping to open up the skin so you can pop in all those vitamins and those wonderful active ingredients like hyaluronic acid. So again, orange oil has got really great activity as a protective agent on the skin, but also helping it open up.
Wow, I never thought about an essential oil as being the thing that kind of creates the base for absorption. You know, that it helps to, you can buy all these beautiful products, like you mentioned, the hyaluronic acid, and I know it's a big one in the market these days. But that's really cool. So okay, so then I know that the fifth one that we talked about was rosemary, but
yes,
so
rosemary's great for spirit clearing, also great for cleansing the skin as well. It allows you to really remove the debris from the skin without damaging the microbial flora of the skin. And that's really, really important. As you get older again, really cleansing appropriately is really, really important. And with rosemary, you can do that without sort of stripping the skin.
So in your Nourish Skin range, do you have a product that blends all these together, or what do you offer?
Yeah, we do a really wonderful product that I really like, which is called our Kale Enzymatic Exfoliator. I created this exfoliator really because a lot of people would say they weren't exfoliating daily because the exfoliators are too harsh.
Skin, yeah.
Yes, because of the quality of the air that we all live in, I think exfoliation should happen daily. So we wanted to create a product which worked on a roll-up, a gommage.
Okay, before you show that, let me ask you go back to the ingredients. So in this product that you're going to show, this cleansing product, does it include some of the essential oils that you've just mentioned?
It does. It includes the frankincense, it includes the geranium, includes the myrrh, it includes the rosemary. Sorry, that's I always.
No, I just wasn't sure because I think a lot of people will be saying, okay, now this is a great product that you're going to show me here, but does it have those 5 things, or at least some of those 5 things that are useful? And by the way, Pauline sent me some of these products, and this is a really fun one. This one you're going to show is because it's a really odd color, and you don't expect it to be an exfoliant. But anyway, tell us about the cleaning properties of it.
So this is again, we've put in the essential oils of rosemary, geranium,
Right.
frankincense, myrrh. But what we did was also we combined it also with kale, active kale,
The plant, the
active kale.
vegetable.
That's exactly right,
Right.
because interestingly enough, kale combined with the geranium with the rosemary has the ability to stop the particulate matter from the air from sticking to the skin. And so when you
Oh,
put those all together, you immediately, and I'll show you with this product, you just basically roll it onto dry skin,
can you put your
rolls
hand up a bit? Yep.
rolls in softly,
Yep.
like so, and then you just keep rubbing, rubbing, and rubbing, and roll, and then you use a damp cloth, and you see the skin
You,
lift.
You know, it really is an interesting cleanser. I did use it actually a couple of times, and what I liked about it too was that it didn't hurt your eyes. Like if you actually, I always avoid putting any cleanser near my eyes, but for this, it was actually very gentle, but yet it's super shiny. Your skin got super shiny after you used it. So I think that's what you're
Yeah,
trying to describe there. It's kind of like a lightened skin.
that's correct. It's just really important to treat the skin with very little, if you like, causing very little scratching. That's why we use the essential oils of rosemary, of geranium, frankincense, and myrrh, because they allow us to, if you like, lift the dirt off the skin, to cleanse the skin
Yeah.
appropriately and protect it from future uh, air issues. So it's a that particular blend in that format is very important. It's very important that people take the cleansing step much more seriously. People quite often focus just on the moisturizing,
Yeah.
but actually cleansing is more important to the skin.
You know, I'm really glad you highlighted that though, because I think it's important. And before we actually go on, I do want to also mention about the blending of essential oils and how you use them. And I know we're going to talk about this in another video, but I wanted to talk to sort of directly to people that are going to be sitting there thinking, oh, essential oils are not good to put on your skin directly. I've read this, before. We do get this comment when we've, talked about the products, about essential oils before. But the important thing is that these are blends with, I mean, they're not the raw oil. They're actually blended together. Did you want to talk a little bit about the sort of the safety
Yeah.
element of essential oils?
Yes, I mean, essential oils do need to be used appropriately, and really dilution of the essential oils is always really recommended in terms of, at home use. Now, you can use them in several ways. You can vaporize them. You can dilute them in water and shake because they won't immediately go into water. You can put them into an oil base and they will go into an oil base very comfortably. Or you can also put a few drops in the bath. So in terms of the safety, I always sort of tend to recommend just starting off with 2 or 3 drops. Blending, particularly if you're trying to create a blend, if you're I want a little bit of geranium, a bit more rosemary. We always just recommend trust yourself, trust your own instinct, because quite often when you like the smell of a blend, it's what you're needing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So really, we just recommend 1 drop at a time, 2 drops at a time, and then when you're applying it in a product, we recommend maybe about 50 mils of water to every 3 drops.
Okay.
That's really, really good. And in the bath, we would probably recommend about 20 drops.
So when you were saying there, Pauline, to put like 2 or 3 drops, at the beginning to try, would you put a little bit of some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of oil in with that as well? Like maybe a coconut
Yes,
oil or some
yes.
grapeseed or?
Yeah. I think that depending on what you want to use it for. So, for example, if you were doing a facial mist, a water-based facial mist, you might put it in 50 mils of water. If you were doing a facial oil, you might use, some of the oils, base oils that I think are tremendous for the skin are things like jojoba oil, rosehip oil, borage seed oil. Sunflower oil can be very, very good so long as it's organic. There's a whole myriad, and when you're doing that, I recommend slightly less, so maybe about 30 mils. And just to give you an idea, this is probably what 30 mils looks like.
Oh, okay. That's more than I
Yeah.
would have thought.
So 30 mil drop of your base oil, and then maybe 5 or 6 drops of the essential oil.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot of territory here because I think what we talked about is the changing face when you get older, of course, and the what you consider the 5 essential oils that can be used in several different ways and combinations, and then also the importance of cleansing. And I think that the kale cleanser that you mentioned is really unique, and since it contains these 5, great oils, is a good product to consider.
Yes, the idea of sort of trying to get people to reconsider how they cleanse, to not, you should really avoid any cleansing that leaves the skin feeling taut and too tight, because then you know that you are stripping your lipid layer. And your lipid layer is like the protective layer that sits on the skin. And one of the things that we found in our research was that when the lipid layer was damaged, your moisturizer worked less efficiently. That's why we always start with that product, and we start with the idea of let's get people to exfoliate their skin daily, but extremely well.
In a gentle way, yeah.
Feeds the skin at the same time as removing the dirt.
Okay, well, I'm all for protecting the lipid layer. Let's make that a mission. Thank you so much, Pauline. This has been so interesting. I want to remind people of your website, because I don't think I did mention that. It's nourishskinrange.com. I always want to say skincare, but it's nourishskinrange.com. And you'll find some really great information on essential oils and lots of great products. And you are a wealth of information.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your time, Pauline. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our 60andMe YouTube channel and also visit our website. We are a strong and dynamic community of women over 60. We're challenging aging stereotypes, and every day we share fascinating stories, interesting questions, and great conversation.